thinking about doing this video thing, and I probably should have did this sooner if people are still thinking gifts for the holidays, that kind of stuff. But anyways, I think this is essential across the board for kids and children, birthdays, holidays, anything. Just a gift from a godparent or a gift from an uncle or an aunt, that kind of stuff. A gift from a grandparent, whatever. I'm just thinking about this, and I've thought about this for a long time, and I've done this. My wife and I have done this for a long time, and I want to share this because I think it really shows something to the children later on as they grow, that hey, there's more to this plastic toys thing, or more to this, got to have the latest fad out there that's going to break within 10 minutes or maybe a month or half a year, or I'm going to lose interest in it within that time. So now I've asked for this toy or this item or whatever it is, and now I no longer want it, and my aunt or my grandma or my father or my uncle or whatever spent this much on it, this much money on it. Now this thing I don't use and I don't care about anymore. It's just going to get thrown away. At the very least, you would hope that it ends up in a some sort of child care center or something like that, a shop for used toys. But anyways, I'll digress on that. I just want to say we've been doing this, like I said, and this is purchasing silver and gold for our children as they've grown. We didn't start when they were babies. I wish we would have known better and we would have done it, but we didn't. But we did start this thing and this stuff. So we got started. I'm trying to think back. I think my kids were somewhere around 6 and 4-ish, somewhere around there, like the mid digits before you hit double digits, somewhere around there. And we started getting them silver, and like 1 ounce silver rounds, that kind of stuff. Some people call them silver coins. And in order to get them interested in it, we bought these things of subjects that their interests were. And I just want to show a few examples, some examples of that, of what we've gotten over the years. And this is just a small fraction of what's out there and what my children have. And I got some more examples too, just to get people interested. If no one out there knows anything, or if people don't know anything about this that you're related to, and seems like they're not interested, maybe characters or something with subject matter that they're interested in will get their interest. Just like there's a t-shirt out there with Mickey Mouse on. Well, your little son or daughter doesn't care about getting a t-shirt for school or a new shirt for whatever, but it has their favorite character on it, the Hulk or Spider-Man or Mickey Mouse or whatever. Now they want that shirt. Sort of the same thing here. So instead of buying these toys, like I said, that are just going to be a waste, plastic for landfill, look into this stuff. I just want to show a few examples, like on the Disney aspect. Should I get these close? It might take me a second. Like this here, that's a Lion King, 1 ounce silver round. And here's another one. I'm going to do my best. It's another one there. And then on the aspect of video games, we have a couple here. Like this is Sonic. Whether your kids play these character games, that you play other characters or other games, video games, just the fact that it's a video game or represents that might be of some interest to them, even though they've never played Sonic or don't care about it. Same with this Pac-Man. Same sense. It's in their realm of what they enjoy. That might pique their interest. So I'm going to go over a few of these. A few of these other things. There's Superman, if I can get it. And we have, this one's going to be tougher, the Hulk, Incredible Hulk. We have this one here, it's Deadpool. And I know like my kids have, they're out there, there's like Spider-Man, Batman, there's Thor, there's you name it, it's out there for the most part. And they have different renditions of them, different series of them, that kind of stuff, to just pique their interest. This is just another, it's not a superhero thing, but it's got a dragon and a tiger. I believe it's, if they're interested in anything like that, any sort of fantasy things. And then on that same note of the tiger, there's some there's some wildlife stuff. If you can see this one, and this one here might be tougher, but I'll do my best. And then this one here for Year of the Tiger. So that's those kind of subjects. We also have, if your kid's getting bigger, or you're starting out when he's bigger, but he's not into that kind of stuff. He just likes weird, cool things. This one here, this has a unicorn and a mermaid on it, and it's a high relief on it. It's very texturized, and it's got that different colorization to it. Here's another one in the fantasy realm. That was a 2-ounce coin. This is a 2-ounce, not a coin, but a round. This is also a 2-ounce. If you can see this, some sort of mythical creature. And also on that same round is this here. And these last ones were all 2-ounce. If I can get that into rounds. And then also there's other subjects as far as if people pay attention and care about history. This is a little historical. This is here, John Dillinger. They had a few more out there that we called, and my last one I want to show here is sort of along the lines of it. It's absolutely Disney. I like this one a lot. All right, sorry about that. Someone showed up. The dogs are here. They went a little crazy. So back at it. I'm going to try to take off where I left off. We're talking about the one I want to show you. It's probably one of my favorites. It's along the same lines of Disney. And this is one of for cartoons back when I was younger, one of my favorite characters, if you can see that. That's Scrooge McDuck. And I always liked him. Just because he had a whole sense of monetary stuff, dollars and cents and money for the most part. People would say he's greedy, and some would say he's smart, whatever. But there was times there that he had really shown his nieces and nephews in the program that the value of the dollar and inflation.
Maybe your version of Uncle Scrooge is too smart for the Beagle Boys. Let's play again. Uh-oh, I'm broke. I'm busted. Ick, bubblegum. I'm sticky. Jeepers, it's only the first day of summer vacation and we already spent our whole allowance. Uncle Scrooge, can we have a raise in our allowance?
Boys, I've told you before. If I raise your allowance, you'll grow up to have no respect for money, learn to live a wasteful life, and end up out in the street begging for a few measly coins. And then who'll take care of you?
Oh, I will. I'll be out there too.
You boys have to learn that you can never get something for nothing.
You boys have stumbled upon my latest invention, the multiphonic drip.
I can't believe that crackpot finally hit the jackpot. Do you mind if I borrow this doohickey for a little while?
Okay, but be real careful with it.
Oh, I'll treat it like it was worth $1 million.
Hey, look, it duplicated all by itself.
Abracadabra! Eat your heart out, Ducky.
Boggle me money, Ben.
Amazing, huh? This little baby of gyros can double your whole fortune as easily as this change purse.
That's exactly what I'm afraid of.
Say what?
Easy money. I didn't trust any dollar I haven't earned.
But Mr. McDuck...
Interesting phenomenon. It seems the sound waves of any bell causes the duplicates to duplicate.
Most of Mimi is spending it.
Oh, no. Don't tell me you boys have been spending duplicated money.
Sure. What's wrong with that?
If it keeps duplicating, it could ruin the economy.
How do you figure?
Yeah. What's wrong with having lots of money? You do.
Don't you see? If everyone has it, it loses value. Prices will go up, then everyone will have to have more and more money. It'll be...
Sorry, Mr. McDuck. I'm sure there's still time to collect all the funny money before it really spreads. But don't quote me on that.
Extra, cash, avalanche, berries, duckburg. Prices going haywire. Read all about it. Only $200 an issue. Extra. Wipe your shoes, kids. I don't want you bringing more money in the house again.
That'll be $5,000.
$10,000, please. Exact change only.
Two cavities. That'll be $40,000.
Talking about inflation, Scrooge, he went over it with his, I believe they were his grandkids, and just explained to them. And they did that in cartoons back then. They don't do that anymore because they don't want people to learn, especially at a young age. Why would you want anyone to learn at a young age what you're doing and how you're stealing from your citizens, from you and I, that kind of stuff. So try to keep that in the dark and, get them heavy and hard with the propaganda and whatever it is you want them to know is reality, whether it may be or not be. But anyways, so the whole point of this is get your kids, you get your kids or your nieces, nephews, anyone that's related to you or a friend of yours or around you that you know of, get them started on this. And the easiest way to get them started with this, with silver or gold, silver's easier, it's lower end to get into, it's cheaper, there's more variety of characters with it, that kind of stuff. So that's why I'm focusing on silver. But you get them in here with it, and then if they start doing that themselves, they will accumulate. Whether they do that themselves or not, if you start at a young age, and by the time they're getting close to 20 or in their mid-20s and they still have this stuff, what has happened is they've accumulated wealth. They have accumulated wealth by the help from you and maybe your spouse or your friend or someone else in your family you talked into doing this, their parents maybe, and whatever. They've accumulated this wealth over time, so it has this, and then they'll realize, hey, I didn't get all these toys that all my other friends did, whether they're monster trucks or dolls or whatever, these little toys, and I had to go play with them and I wasn't able to play with them, or all these Legos are expensive and that kind of stuff. I didn't have all that. I was able to play with it here and there through friends or relatives, that kind of stuff, but what I have now is I have accumulated wealth. I have wealth that my friends or relatives don't have because they weren't given the opportunity to see what this is as they grew. I know, I believe it's China, and this was a long time ago, I read this years ago, read into this, but I do know that it's some sort of thing that they have in their culture, I believe it was China, where every year certain families would buy someone who had a kid, they would buy them each a silver, where pandas are the norm in China, so where pandas buy a panda. If you had more wealth, you would buy them half an ounce of gold panda or an ounce gold panda. And just the realm of brothers and sisters or whatever, if you didn't have a lot, you'd get them an ounce round of a panda. And that's what you did throughout their life. So by the time they're 30, 40, just think about how much they accumulated with all their relatives doing this. For them, if they want to participate, how much they accumulated. I mean, how much of a benefit that is for a family and for a legacy of a family to have and to learn to do throughout, because you're not only building wealth, but you're teaching your children or the children the importance of getting stuff and investing in things, and it's not really an investment, It's more of an insurance, but not throwing your money away all the time just on a whim of a plastic toy here or there. So, anyway, so they will, if you get them going, they'll have accumulated wealth, and it sure beats the broken up toys, that kind of stuff. I don't know what else to say. I know we've done this for mine and my wife's children. I've done this for my godchildren, my godsons and my goddaughters I have. My wife has done this for hers. And there's times some just really clamp onto it. Some are just like, yeah, oh, I get it. I want more, you know, that kind of stuff. And some are, it seems like they could care less, really. They're kids. What do you expect? They could care less. But in some sense, the ones that really seem like they care less, you see they appreciate it. And they see what their cousins are getting, or their brothers are getting, or their sisters are getting. Because they're getting the same thing, and they're appreciating this, or their cousins are appreciating this. A lot, fully, they're not. So it makes them think, well, maybe I should just hold on to this for now. And if they're just holding on to it and just putting it away, packing it with their clothes, whatever they're doing, eventually there'll come a time when they'll be like, hey, I got all this stuff, let's look into it. Let's at least put my eye on some and look, just give it a few seconds, a few minutes of my time and look into this. And they'll be surprised of the wealth that was, you know, amassed, that they've held on to, that's been created for them and built for them, even though they weren't participating. I think that would be a great thing too. We have some of that in our families and friends also. Anyways, I think it's a good way to get them started. I know I've talked about this stuff before. I want to try to focus a little more on the kid aspect, children aspect. This goes for adults too who don't care. They're fine too. I mean, I'll get them involved. There's many subjects out there. It'll be a little tougher for adults than children in my aspect because there's not all these characters. But anyways, I'll go back on that. But as always, I appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching. Hit the like, share, subscribe. And as always, stay vigilant, protect yourself, protect your family, protect your health, and protect your wealth.